Brittany Force, you got the job done. Take us back to that moment. Did it even make sense at that time?
Well, I knew that Grebnick's always chasing it. He's always chasing ET. He's always chasing mile per hours. We hold the ET back in Reading in 2019 when I first came on board with Grebnick. Then we held mile per hour in the year we won the championship in 2022. We had it in St. Louis at 338.4. And then we went to Pomona, my home track, and 338.9. So we had it there. And Grebnick's big thing, he always gets our team together, and we talk, what is our goal? What are we trying to do? Are these national records, these track records, are these important? Are they valuable to us? Or we only care about coming here and winning? And it's kind of this back and forth. You want to have your cake and eat it too. You want both. Of course you want these national records, but of course you want to win on Sunday, because that's what it all comes down to at the end of the season, is you want to be crowned champion. So he always brings us in for, these meetings where we're all involved and we all have a say in what we go out on the racetrack and do. And he's been saying for, the last couple of years, they're catching up to us. They're right on our tail. So I think, as much as maybe he won't admit it, I feel like he was also motivated on his own, seeing everybody, trying to catch us. They're right on our tail. And he wanted to, step up again and put a mile per hour like that on the board. And he did. It was Charlotte. It was ZMAX. We were running HendrickCars.com. And it was a huge moment for our team.
Well, history. It's going to go down in history. The run will be replayed. People will talk about it. There will be people who lie and say that they were there for it when they weren't. And it's just amazing that it happened on a Friday night at ZMAX, a very fast track, a very exciting track. And as you just did a driven special with NHRA, and I just watched it, guys. I highly recommend everybody, whenever you're watching this in the future, go back and find the driven special put out on NHRA's YouTube channel, because it was really the behind the scenes of the entire next day after this happened. And you revealed that Grebnick asks you guys to raise your hand, like you want to go for a record. Did he ask you guys if you want to go for 341 that night?
No, it was not that weekend. I'm talking probably last season was when, we had the conversation. Maybe we had it early on in the season. I can't pinpoint an exact time, but it always comes up. What is important to you guys? This is, your team as well. We are all one team. What do you guys want to accomplish? Again, is it about winning races on Sunday in a championship? Or do we also want to try to go after those ETs and mile per hour and track records? So again, he leaves it up to us. It's all encompassing. We all get to have an opinion in it, and he values our opinion very much.
You've been fast so many times, David Grebnick, even prior to that when Alan Johnson was your crew chief. But really when Grebnick came on board, that's when the booming speeds really started to happen. And you have more experience than anyone over, let's call it 335, right? Like, you've got so many runs over 338, 339, but this 341. So can you describe it? Like, what did it feel like? You're the only person to have this experience. Did you sense that this could be something special as you were going down the racetrack?
On that run, unfortunately, I lost connection, so I wasn't able to get on the radio and talk to my guys. And it felt like a solid, good run. It didn't stand out to me that I didn't jump out on the other end thinking, we just went 341 miles per hour. No, that wasn't it. It was, again, it's also 4 wide. So when you get down to that top end and you're climbing out, it's kind of chaos. You're pulling up next to all these other cars. There's just a lot of commotion. There's a lot going on. And if you really look at that interview, I haven't really processed the 341 until the very end of the interview. If you actually watch it, I go on talking about how we hadn't, we'd been struggling and our goal was to get down the racetrack. And Vandergriff had said it to me, and it's still processing in my head. And it's funny because my team got back to, our pits and they hadn't realized what we'd done. So it was very much, I got out of that car. I don't even know if I was given a time slip, but I need a few moments to sit down and process. And I'm a visual. I like to look at something and see it to process it. So it was very overwhelming in that interview. I think it was halfway through the interview when I actually realized we went 341 miles per hour.
Well, it was halfway through the next run when we all realized you went 341 miles an hour. For those that don't know, the computer screen readout is different. You got Doug Coletta over on the other side of the track. He's setting the track ET record. You're setting the world speed record on the other side of the track. There's two cars in the center. Very chaotic situation, the four wide, but very entertainment because that is a memorable run for everyone that saw it. And we'll talk about it for forever and ever. So it seems like you've now had some time to process it. What has been the response to this historic run? We can compare it to Kenny Bernstein, and to this day, he's the king of speed, right? Kenny Bernstein was out there in Pomona. People went wild because they know he was the first over 300. What kind of response did you get to this historic run?
The response, yes, it now has definitely set in, and it's really was getting with my team and just talking about the run. I stole as many time slips as I could just to give out to my team, so we all had a copy of it, and we sat down at the end of the weekend like we always do, and it's something we're all very proud of. It took every single one of us to make that happen, so it's something that we're now hopefully a part of history. I want to hold these records. I hope I'm the last one standing to hold them. And if we have to, chase this down again in the future, we will if we lose it. But we definitely want to hold it. And I think we will hold it for quite some time now. But this team, this entire David Grubnick run team, we're very proud of that. We're freaking pumped to have that.
I love that you are pumped. And I'm pumped to see it. There was so much hype around 340 for so many years. It's been floating around out there, but there was even discussion like, maybe people don't want them to go to 340 and maybe this and that. And this year it's just like, full steam ahead, if you will. And we saw 341.59, but you are not the fastest car in your camp. Even John Force Racing has the two 340 cars on the NHRA tour. That's amazing.
I know that was one of the first things. Once again, it settled in and I realized that we'd gone 341.59. My next question was, hold on, Austin, I know went 341 something. What was it? And that was my next big question. Did we get past Austin Prock, or does Austin actually hold, the top speed? And unfortunately, he got us beat by a little. So we're going to chase him down. We're going to have to go after it again.
Yeah, he's
at the top.
And he's going to let you know about it. From what I understand, Austin is eager to happily let you know that within the camp. I love that competition between you, the fun competition.
Yes, I love Austin. He's been, so great to work with over the years when he was in, dragsters, and, we could sit down and he could help me out with driving, whatever it was. I love having him in our camp. He brings such a good spirit, a good energy to our team. He's always there if I need help. And he's he's such a great driver. He is just incredible. What he's done since he started, how long he's, everything that he's accomplished. We're all very proud of him, proud to be teamed up with him. But I definitely want to chase down his mile per hour record.